a big good morning to everybody who is tuning in. This is Brittany Jennings coming to you live from the Seniors Blue Book. And this morning, I am so excited. I get to introduce a brand new partner of Seniors Blue Book, which is Jim, and your company is James Ferrara Lymphedema Therapist. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning. How are you?
Doing fantastic. How are you how's everything going? You're out and about, you're maybe seeing patients on the go, or what? Tell me what's going on in your day.
I'm just out getting ready to see some of my patients today. Getting ready to talk to you here and tell you a little bit about what I've got to offer to the people out there, public.
Awesome.
That's something different.
Absolutely, and that's why I'm so excited to. I love therapists. I've seen what a huge difference you guys make in people's lives. Just firsthand working in a community, also seeing people in their homes. So first, let's introduce you and tell us a little bit about yourself, Jim, and then kind of the story of how your business came to be.
Well, I'm Jim Ferrara. I'm an occupational therapist. Ultimately, I've been an occupational therapist since 2006. I went to Spalding University in Louisville, Kentucky, and my undergrad was in athletic training from Illinois State University. I graduated there back in like 98, I think. Then I went to Sarasota School of Massage Therapy in 2000, so that's how I became familiar with this area here. And then I went and got my master's and graduated from there in 2016, and thought I wanted to do hand therapy for a few years. Stayed in Kentucky for a couple of years, and then my wife got homesick and she wanted to move to Cincinnati, so we moved to Cincinnati, and I started doing did a little bit of outpatient there, but then mostly I switched over to home health, and I spent a good 10, 11 years doing home health in the Cincinnati area. Then about 2 years ago, my wife, out of the blue, says, let's move to Florida. And I was like, okay, let's move. So about 2 years ago now, we moved here to Florida, to Rotunda, and I've been doing home health ever since then here in the Rotunda, Inglewood, Venice, Northport, Port Charlotte, Boca Grande area for the last almost 2 years now. And with all the changes that Medicare has undergone this last couple of years with the PDGM, it's done a lot of cutbacks to us OTs specifically. And I felt this was the best time. I'd been interested in lymphedema, so I went and got my certification in lymphedema about a half a year ago now. And I've also got my certification in LSVT big for Parkinson's. And I decided it's time to start my own business of mobile outpatient occupational therapy, where I go to the patient's house and deliver lymphedema therapy and the LSVT big therapy. And anyone who's ever had lymphedema therapy knows it can be multiple days in a row for multiple weeks in a row. It can be, if you're bilateral lower extremity, you can end up with 4 weeks of lymphedema 4 times to 5 times a week for 4 weeks. So that's hard on the patient to go to an outpatient therapy clinic when I can come to their house and deliver it in the comfort of their house and bill their insurance, because I'm certified by Medicare Part B and I can bill all other insurances. Now there's a deductible, depends on the insurance and everything, but I find out the deductible and let you know, and we go from there.
Awesome. And let's jump into, you kind of touched on a few of those specific services you offer, but let's, I'll pull up your website so people can see that as well. And let's just kind of talk through some of those very specific services that make you unique to the patients that you serve.
Well, first of all, I'll let you pull that up first.
All right, here we go.
First of all, I'm an occupational therapist, so if there's any occupational therapy needs, I can always work on them. In this day and age with the PDGM, home health is limited on the number of visits we get now in the home, and that's where me as an occupational therapist, I can come in and continue to deliver those services under Part B. That's one area, but the biggest area is my lymphedema therapy. I'm a lymphedema therapist. I'm certified. I've got all the training in. And that right there is where I come to the house and do the lymphedema there in the house. It involves complete decongestive therapy, which involves the manual lymph drainage, the skin care, the compression bandage, and the exercise. All four of them go together to get the most effective treatment and lymphedema. Now, you could do parts without the other, but for the most effective treatment,
Jim, I
it's
think I lost your audio. Knows we can't see you right now, Jim.
Can you hear me now? There you go.
There you are. I'll get back and share this. That's why, when it's live, you never know what can happen. So let me go back here and all right.
So that's the part of the lymphedema therapy. Then I also do the LSVT big protocol in the home, and that's for individuals with Parkinson's. And for the best results, you want to get someone in the early stages of Parkinson's, early to mid stages of Parkinson's. That does not mean you cannot do it in the later stages of Parkinson's, but to be beneficial for you as a Parkinson's patient, it's better to start off early so you can help slow down the progression of the disease. And it's a very evidence-based program, and a lot of people know about it already. And that's why I became certified in that. I've had good success with it over the years, and a lot of my friends were certified in LSVT, and they talked to me about it. So I decided to go that route too myself, and I found it be very, very successful with the treatment.
Absolutely. And this, your website is a wealth of information as well, 6 things you may not know about lymphedema. And so I just want to encourage everybody who is watching right now. I'll put the website address, of course, in the post, but it's jamesferraralymphedema.com. And of course, his phone number, you can reach Jim directly here. And I want to encourage Jim too to, if there's an audience you're trying to reach as well with your business, I know trying to partner with possibly other outpatient therapies, or because you do specialize in lymphedema.
Yeah. So if any other outpatient therapy clinics have like a lymphedema patient and they need someone to refer to, I can come to the patient's house, and I go all the way to Venice area, possibly to Sarasota. Just depends if I get multiple visits in Sarasota. It's just a little bit far from me, but if it's multiple patients, I'm willing to do it and everything, depending on. But I go from Northport, Port Charlotte, Inglewood, Rotunda, Boca Grande, Venice, and to some parts of Sarasota.
Awesome. For those that joined us a little bit later in the live, again, this is Jim Ferrara, and we'll put all the information for Jim in this post for his company, James Ferrara Lymphedema Therapist. And Jim goes to your home. So if you are a viewer that's in the area, we'll put the area that he covers, and you're looking to get some therapy in your home, specifically for lymphedema or obviously the Parkinson's program. Jim's your guy, and so please reach out to him with any questions. I always like to leave viewers with this. I ask the person that I'm interviewing, any last words of wisdom that you want to share with those that are watching?
With just the changes that's going on, this is a very beneficial thing. So if you get discharged, if you know someone's been discharged from like outpatient to not just the lymphedema, but just not outpatient therapy, but home health therapy, and they're still weak, they still can get benefits of services in their home with like my mobile outpatient therapy. I'm just not the lymphedema, and I'm just not the Parkinson's. I'm ultimately an occupational therapist. So I can come into the home and deliver occupational therapy in the home for people who still need services, but have been deemed not to need them by the home health, and not to wait with LSVT Parkinson's type stuff. Get it early, and start early, because if you start early, you can help prevent it from progressing to worse and worse and worse. The earlier you get it, the better off you can be.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. I've enjoyed getting to know you better. And again, everybody who is interested or has questions or would like to partner, if you're a professional looking for a great therapist, please reach out to Jim. And Jim, I hope you have a fantastic day, and everybody who's watching, thank you so much. Again, this is Brittany with the Seniors Blue Book, and this is SBB Live, and we'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day.